Previously on Let's Do This.
And to add it, nobody here does any testing for mold and biologicals in sync. It's even the multipurpose lab sends it out.
Right.
That's an error.
That's an error?
Yes.
Who does the testing here?
The Next Generation Medical Lab.
You were kind of saying earlier. And so it's how educating about why equality is so important.
Four savvy business owners ready to make a pragmatic investment. 7 hopeful entrepreneurs in search of the finances necessary to take their ideas to the next level. Who will invest and who will be sent home with nothing? What will it take to grab the attention of someone with the power to make your dream come true? I am your host, Kevin Hope. Let's do this. On this episode of Let's Do This, meet Enote Inanga and his daughter Adia of Stuffy, a global platform that transforms kids' art from pencil and crayon into digital art.
I worked a lot with Mr. Inanga. He asked for a lot of feedback, which is a great trait. And I am excited about his business because I see it as an ecosystem. In business, sometimes you ask entrepreneurs, why? Why are you doing this? What is the core reason beyond the money? And so it was very clear that his core reason was Adia.
The impact of the training was really eye-opening. I thought I had a business plan which looked good, which was encompassing everything that I needed to deal with, until, you have that reality check with Tamu. I mean, Tamu she's a force to reckon with, and from the time she just chop, reel, you're like, okay, back to the drawing board. And so it was eye-opening. So now I was inspired just from the few sessions that we had to actually produce something I never thought I had the potential to do.
This is my first try and doing it perfect.
Really?
Yes, it was our idea.
Clap for yourself, girl.
It was you and I.
Yes, you're correct. It was our idea, but you inspired it. That's why you're the Chief Imagination Officer. That's a team. It's teamwork, right?
Teamwork is the dreamer.
This opportunity to share the story, we're winners already. And whatever happens beyond that will be icing on top of that. My daughter draws a lot. There are papers all over the house, in my car, in my room, and she has a very giving spirit, and it's always, Daddy, I drew this for you, or I did this in school. And they were just piling up. And then at some point I said, you know what, maybe I can actually start to copy or transform some of the things that she did. I did one, it didn't look very good, but when she saw it, she was amazed. Then I did another one, and then she just kept saying, okay, Daddy, do this one, and Daddy, do this one. And then I said, hold up. This little girl is happy seeing this process. Why can't the same be for other children? And so the idea came September, October to actually make this into a business, and and here we are. Stuffy is this new concept where we're adding value to what children typically would put on paper with their pencils and their crayons. The value of a crayon on a piece of paper is probably a couple cents. But what we've done is transform that into something that can be of value by virtue of making it digital.
I'm so excited to do this pitch.
Every opportunity I get to share this journey with anyone, with any audience, brings a level of excitement. But this is a bit different. There's a bit of nervousness right now because, you know, there's some important people who are going to be listening and critiquing and making objective decisions. Let's do this.
The pitch room, where a panel of seasoned investors can take one's future to new heights. Will their pitches appeal to the panel and go on to soar above the clouds? Or will they remain in the sea of endless dreams? These are our investors. Daniel Arterton, an experienced business consultant and farmer at the Nevis Hydro Gardens. Cashman Hope, an energetic business sales manager at the Cable. Giselle Matthews, a pioneer in her own right and the owner and managing director of the Harper's Business Depot. Amir Sabnani, the no-nonsense general manager of Rams Trading Limited.
Hello. Hi, my name is Anoite.
And my name's Adia.
And we're from
Stuffy.
Imagination
Transformed.
Show them everything about what you have on.
I have, this is my Stuffy bag.
She's rocking her art on her apparel, on her bag, on her leggings,
And-
on her shirt.
And this is my Stuffy picture I draw.
That's actually this mascot. That's the mascot, official mascot for Stuffy.
This is my book.
Get a whole book.
She wrote, well, the book, if you
And
open the
this
book,
is my bottle.
Whoa,
with
is
her
this
art
your
in it.
bottle or
Yeah.
my bottle now?
It's not.
a little bit of magic here. Show of hands, who are parents in here? Do you guys have stuff that looks like this lying around your house?
Not that good, but
Not this good?
Tons.
Okay. So, but when I ask you a question, what is the inherent value of this right now from an actual dollar standpoint? Maybe this is about 20 cents plus the paper. So inherently, this does not seem to have a lot of value. That is, until I realized that I can turn this into something. So back in September of last year, for her school, they were supposed to wear t-shirts for International Peace Day. And I sat down and I did some illustration and I made a shirt for her and it came off good. And then as I got back home, I looked at the pile of papers that she had drawn on and I said, let me do a little thing. Let me see if I could transform this into something. And it was pretty bad. But she saw it and she was like, Daddy, that's amazing. So I said, you know what? Maybe I can make this into something that other kids can experience. And hence, we have Stuffy, an actual e-commerce platform that I've built that allows for parents to submit their artwork to be transformed for a fee, but it's bigger than that. Now, all over the world, we can have freelancers who are digital artists sign up on this platform and actually make proposals to parents who have submitted their art to be transformed, earning an income. The business also earns a commission. Now, currently, there are 4 streams of revenue, which is revenue from the transformation of the art. Like we showed before, parents upload the art to be transformed, make a payment, the artist earns their money from that. Second stream is the revenue from commissions. So artists who are on there who do the work, we keep 20% for the business. The third stream is revenue from setting up merchandise stores for users, for parents, for kids. Fourth one is revenue from NFT sales. I don't want to get technical about NFTs right now, but these are assets that are backed by cryptocurrency. I do have her art, 23 NFTs so far that are on OpenSea. The space that I feel is best suited for something like this is right by the movies. Location, parking, traffic, you have parents, you have children, you have kids who are excited. And so that's where I'm thinking, actually, at this point, will be the best location. The ideal, the mid, and the shoestring. All right, for 306 grand. That's ideal. We will still probably need some more, but at the end of the day, that is ideal. The mid is about 215 and the shoestring is about 173. I did my projections based on models, and can't show them right now, but I'm letting you know that these were based on all of these streams, taking into consideration time of year, when we may have tourists, when schools may be out. All of those variables were taken into consideration to put these to generate these numbers, which you will see if we have that agreement. You're getting the opportunity to create value for as many people as possible. Every single one of these startups is premised on that value and empowerment. And I don't know who wants to be a part of that journey, but that's all for today. Thank you. Come down.
Very good. Very good.
Coming up on Let's Do This.
And I've seen a lot of brands. And this is quite good by any standard from a branding aspect.
Brick and mortar is in many instances dying.
I'm struggling to find the USP, unique selling point, of the physical items. You have a gift. And that gift is clearly your creativity and your love for children.
Yes.
And especially your daughter.
Yes.
I saw that before, I'm seeing that now. Did you do the branding on this yourself?
Yeah, I did the logo. I do the drawings. I did the website, the platform.
So all the illustrations
That's
are
me.
yours.
Yeah.
The branding for a kid's brand is very good. And I've seen a lot of brands. And this is quite good by any standard from a branding aspect. I'm struggling to find the USP, unique selling point, of the physical items. As somebody that has used Shutterfly, for example, you mentioned mugs earlier. What stops me from using a third-party service like Fiverr or Upwork, getting a digital image for little to nothing, and going to the same printers that you're likely going to put my daughter's work on her backpack or mug, or what's unique about that?
All of this really boils down to how you can craft the story, the narrative around this. So that's how marketing typically has been. Nike shirts, all those other shirts, they're made in the same area, same places, but it's just an actual experience, something that's valuable. There's some inherent value to that particular brand. And so what I'm saying in this case is that, as you've already recognized, the brand is actually strong right now. And when people associate with that brand, having this on their shirt will be valuable. That's what we're building. It's the first. That's the thing. It's also first to market. So while people can do that, people aren't doing that.
So you're saying that regardless of which child's drawing goes onto the apparel or mug or whatever, a merchandise item or apparel item you create, it will flag this Stophy brand.
Yes, that's it.
Right. So the value there is in the brand being a brand recognized for customizable
Yes.
kits.
And the experience,
that
everything that
comes
has
along with that.
brought it up there, yes. That's where it's coming from.
The second question is, what is your margin or markup?
Okay, so the average for this particular model with what I've done is about 60%. That's the average.
And what do the products cost?
Typically, they retail for about $2 US, wholesale, if you buy like about 100. I can retail this in the store for 35. And you come to the store and say, hey, I've brought this artwork, could you transform it? Yeah, we have the shirt that you can get this printed on. So that's the work for the transformation, plus the actual shirt, and we print it right there and then.
I have a store, which you frequent a lot.
Yeah.
And brick and mortar is, in many instances, dying. Some say that one day my store might be an Amazon warehouse, who knows? These are the realities of the world in which we live, and the realities of instant purchasing taking place, drones delivering, you name it. But I could see why you feel you need to have a location. But that location is going to cost you money,
Yes.
rent. Have you ever thought of coming to someone like me over here, coming with your Stophy, but it's a test. What's the traction really going to be like? Because in there, you're not just getting, you're getting a vast majority of people of different spending powers.
Coming up on Let's Do This.
What is your traffic like for the last month?
Not much, and I can tell you why.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah, but we're not just considering the US here online, are we?
If I understand you correctly, you said there's a certain amount of traffic where you are now inviting persons to come online. The kids upload the stuff to you. There's a process.
Yes.
And there's a return
Yes.
for that. What is your traffic like for the last month?
Not much, and I can tell you why.
Okay, that's cool. That answers part of my question. The second question is, what factor did you use to give me that gradation that you had, moving from the 4,000 to the 8,000 to 24,000, 56,000 for the next couple of months? Was it any way correlated to that?
With online?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So it was correlating with what I just said, the stories, the experience, enhancing the online traction to feel that.
You want to be an on-demand service, but the online part can't be on demand. They will have a wait because the items will be printed in St. Kitts and sent.
No, I'm not exporting. Everything, so there's two markets here. The local market where we print is just for St. Kitts.
Okay.
The online is on demand. That's for the rest of the world.
Now, who does that? That's done by...
I use Printful right now.
So another
another
the company
e-commerce
does
platform, yeah.
e-commerce, and they would then ship it, everything
everywhere
to
in the
whoever.
world, yeah.
Okay.
And I just put my markup.
So if you're gonna do that for all the other markets, why not do it for St. Kitts?
Because of the cost. If I use Printful to sell this, it's just.
But the cost is gonna be the same in the other markets. It's not going to be a value brand.
So if you buy something in the US from Printful, you're not paying duties and customs and all that stuff.
Yeah, but we're not just considering the US here online, are we?
No, we're considering everywhere else in the world. But they also have fulfillment centers that are in those parts of the world. So Printful has fulfillment centers in Europe, in Australia, in different parts.
What about the rest of the Caribbean?
We typically are not trying to. That's going to be cost prohibitive to do a print-on-demand service, which is why I said this could be a franchise situation where we take this concept and go somewhere else and do the same thing there.
I think we need some market research. I think we need to test the waters a bit. And I'm willing to give you that opportunity in my space. to use my store. We could discuss the details later, how we want to do it. We can start next week if you want, because it's summer. And we could do some, a space that I'm willing to give you on a Saturday, or if it's a Friday afternoon, I don't know. We could work out the details. Let us get a little market research going inside of there. Do your thing. You have a huge personality. You got so much passion, drive. You got a fantastic, beautiful, cute little bright girl there who is your mascot, who would be the mascot in the store. Yeah. She loves my store already, and what more do you need? You have a lot to sell. You have a lot, but honestly, I think you have a great idea and a great concept, and as I tell you, I think you'd be snapped up by Disney. But the point is, let's test the waters.
Pilot.
And yes, it's a pilot project. Yes. And listen, if it works, who knows where we can go.
That's
but
correct.
Exactly. I have a lot of faith in this, but I believe we need to do the pilot. We need to test it. So I'll do that for you, and I'll give you a very small gift of 15,000 EC. Very small, but I'll be one of your first customers because I have some art at home that, maybe I should do something with it. So I think that it's positive in that it's positively going to impact our children in St. Kitts.
I'll be a second customer.
Yeah, and that for me is key to something outside of all of this social media and technology that they're just so inundated with, that I think it will bring out this creativity and this connectivity between the parent and the child, which we lack or which we need.
Let's do this.
Let's do this.
Thank you.
Excellent presentation. This is somebody who obviously very vested emotionally in this and so forth.
I think Mr. Inanga's presentation was quite thorough. He was very passionate, and I like that, once you have passion when you're starting up a business and all throughout the business cycle, of course, it really lends to productivity. So for me, it was a win-win.
He is immensely talented, and it comes out in what he presented. I mean, it is amazing. His little girl is walking in here with everything that she drew, she created at home, that's transported into an outfit.
That guy's got fire, and I like fire, and I like passion. Do what you love, the money will come after. And I think he got the best person on the panel that best suits his application. Giselle is versed in children's craft. It's her existing business, Harper's.
I think it's a good start. The fact that the person who decided to invest in is obviously the best position for this particular enterprise.
I think he'll make a great head start with Giselle by his side, So I'm happy for them, and I wish them all the best.
I think Stuffy, in partnership with Inoite's personality, drive and passion, and Giselle's expertise, I think it's going to be successful.
He has an immense amount of talent and passion for what he really wants to do, and I think that's part of it. He's so invested in it that he just brings you along. But in terms of, I just feel a smaller scale starting out. Gonna be the way for him to go.
So of course, having the Chief Imagination Officer appear with Mr. Inanga, his daughter Adia, it was refreshing. An investor funds what they are comfortable with. And so of course, Giselle is into retail, and so she was comfortable with that portion of the venture. He was disappointed because his vision is so much larger than the merchandising. The merchandising is an aspect of the experience of storytelling, illustration, parental bonding, creativity, etc. And so I think that he was disappointed that they were not able to buy into that larger vision and wanted, you know, to scale down the dream.
That was a lot of energy to prepare for something of this magnitude, to know your data, to know your numbers, and also to bring passion and energy at the same time while dealing with my daughter, who got sleepy towards the end. But she's a trooper. So yeah, that was challenging, you know. But I'm grateful for the experience. I love the fact that I've been challenged to think outside the box, and I held my own. They pushed, I pushed back, and I know exactly where I want to be. I know where I am, and we'll see what happens next. I feel inspired. I feel encouraged. I got pros and I also got cons. You know, I got advice, I got challenged from different angles, and it's taken me back to the drawing board to an extent. It's not what I would have. I mean, you come hoping for something, and you know, okay, there's a chance this may not work out the way, but I did get an investor who wants to take a chance on me, and that can never be taken for granted, so I definitely appreciate that. The advice also, I'm going back tonight, as tired as I am, to take notes and figure out how can I make this a success in one way, shape, or form.